Hello all you anime fans and fearless shinobians, don't lose to fear, and we have another amazing video here for you today. I have 5 online ranked fights, very fast fights, in Naruto Storm Revolution. The second last game, so we have Naruto Storm 4, then we have Connections. Before Naruto Storm 4, it was Revolution. I really loved this game, I enjoyed this game, but of course this game also suffered from really bad online and lag and all that kind of stuff, frame rate drops, but I actually like this game a lot more than even Storm 4. Even though my entire channel so far is pretty much Storm 4 with a little bit of Storm 2, 99% Storm 4, I really enjoyed this game, and I wanted to show and share these fights with you and show you how different it was. First of all, something you'll notice is this is only one round. There aren't 2 rounds. And I'm actually going to be using Heavy Sasuke, which a lot of you enjoy and like in Storm 4. And I'll be using just a single Itachi support, Fireball support. And here you can see some really interesting things. Look at that movement. Oh my god. I'm going to be using Instant Awakening. This is something a lot of people don't know what this is. You could choose your type back in this game. So you see how on the left-hand side my bar is blue, and then his is yellow. He has the Ultimate Jutsu type, and I have the Instant Awakening type. I'm super excited to show you this. Actually, somebody asked and left a comment and said they wanted to see some Revolution gameplay, and I said, you know what? It's been a long time. Let me show you guys what this is like, because up until this point, the channel has just been Storm 4, but I have mastered all of the Storm games, and I think a lot of you would like, enjoy, and appreciate this, or take a trip down memory lane at least. So I'm fighting here a 3-man team. He also has the Ultimate Jutsu type, and I have the Instant Awakening type. Why would I almost always pick Instant Awakening type? And the reason why is the mobility in this game. The combo cancels that you can do is absolutely phenomenal. This game is more combo-centric. So I would say this game and Naruto Storm 3, which was the game before Revolution, are more combo-centered. Meaning there's a lot more movement. They don't punish people who want to do combos as much, and I really enjoyed that. I had a series called Combo Kings, which may come back in the future, and people loved that series. People thought that was maybe their favorite series that I used to have, and they enjoyed it a lot. Look at those combo cancels, look at the Instant Awakening and action cancels that I use with the Instant Awakening here. Look at this. I did some towering and strategic assault, some Tassa, around that tag, and I lured him into that bomb and blew him away. That was so cool. And did you see what I was doing there, like with the air combo, generating negative space, enticing him to come forward? I mean, it did work at some level, maybe not a lot. And as you can see here, these Ultimate Jutsu type of players typically like to just spam Ultimate Jutsu to win the game. They don't really know how to play the game. I am starting this from the beginning, so this is in chronological order of all the games that I had. I did use a capture device, because back then the PlayStation 3 you couldn't record your videos and your fights. So now everyone can record their fights and who they fought, but back in the day you actually needed something like an Elgato game capture or something like that, and you had to pay like maybe $100-$200 to actually get a device to capture your stuff. As you can see there, it's a nice fresh screen. There's no copyright or anything on there because I'm recording this from my PlayStation 3 with a device. Look at that cancel on the backdash. So God, and look at this, the shuriken cancel. I'm just getting into it here. I'm sorry, I am just loving this game. I'm going to be so passionate about this game in this series that it might drive some of you nuts, or maybe you guys will just really enjoy it. I do get that a lot from the Storm 4 videos. A lot of you say, hey, you're really passionate about this game, and because of you I started playing it. So what I will say for every Storm game, this is a cautionary thing for you guys. Even though I'm playing online, I like playing online, I like the competitive aspect, I keep fighting until I get a nice competitive game. What you have to understand is, these games are most likely not made to play online, at least outside of Japan. In Japan, their internet is so good that it works for them. Their netcode works for them in Japan. But outside of Japan, man, I'm telling you, every single Storm game, except for Storm 2, right, is absolutely atrocious. It's horrible. Here we go. Combo cancel. the tilt cancel, into guard break, into tilt, into fireball assist. Hey, we got a little bit of sugar there, a little something something. That was nice, guys. Here we go. So this is like a technique that I developed and popularized back in the day. People still aren't using it as much. It was a little bit more smooth, a little bit more, a little bit better here in Revolution. So 2015, these fights are from 2015 of June I started. I think it took me 4 weeks to get to Hero. And 3 out of the 4 weeks, I was actually the #1 ranked player in the world competitively. Means I played the most games and won the most games. So I think it was something like 1 week I had 80-something games, but I had the highest win rate with the most games played. So I would play more than anybody else, and I would win more than anybody else, and it was crazy, dude. So one of the weeks I didn't quite make it. I think this guy named Anti-Lucky Star beat me out, but the other 3 weeks I beat him out and everybody else. So that was pretty cool. So, man, the way that this game feels, I don't know if you can see it through the screen, those experienced players, Storm 4 players, but this game is a lot smoother and faster. Like, it's more like butter and cream and silk, like when you're playing, when the connection is good, right? But when you're playing Storm 4 and Storm 3, it's a bit more clunky. It's hard to explain, but it is what it is. This guy's got me in a combo cancel. I wasted all my substitution bars on the far left. You can see up top on the left, he's got the 4 sticks of butter. I got 1, so I got 1 substitution bar back. He guard broke. He's using that classic Minato team. People love this classic Minato team. I think this was the game where maybe they got their first team ultimate, or maybe it was Storm 4. I don't remember. But people love using this, even in Storm 4. Look at this aerial battle. We've been in the air here, wow, for so long. See how I use the Instant Awakening to cancel and go back in? Very interesting thing. As you saw there, my movement speed increased. Look at that. When you go into the Instant Awakening with this Sasuke, your movement speed increases. You can fly around the map. Even a lateral left movement or right movement, just jumping, it's a lot more. You just fly around the map once you hit that Instant Awakening. I really love that, and I miss it. So here it is. This is kind of like a strategy that I developed and popularized, where you just do a really quick air combo off the ground. But I do know that Turtle Sensei and other people were also doing this. So, I mean, it's very possible that people discover things at the same time sometimes. But him and I are pretty similar. Also, he's one of my favorite players. If you guys didn't know, I really, really love that guy. That guy's phenomenal, especially back in the day when we used to both make a lot of content for Storm 3 and Revolution. I really enjoyed watching his videos, and I enjoyed playing against him. I got a couple lucky opportunities to play with him. Unfortunately, he's like in Europe. I believe he was like in France or something like that, so we didn't have the best connection. But we did have a couple good games. Unfortunately, those games are lost. Here we go. We get the grab. Red bar connection. Guys, like I said, I'm giving you this kind of cautionary thing. Look at that stop right there. Woo! Look at those stops. Manual stops. Manual stops. I was doing those on a dime pinpoint stops right in front of my opponent all the time back then. People weren't doing that. That wasn't a popular thing. So, I mean, I was playing very ahead of the curve, on a very different level than most players. Not all players, but most players. And I had my own unique and interesting style. And as you can see here, it's a red bar. That means that there's a few ways to indicate whether something is laggy or not, right? Blue bars lie. So we saw a couple of matches already where there were blue bars, but look how choppy these fights are. Like, I'm not editing them at all. It says transmitting, choppy. We're losing frames left, center, and right, even on a so-called blue bar or perfect connection. So these games really are not meant to be played online. I just do it because I love Naruto. I love these games. I've always wanted to try to, master them and get good at them, but unfortunately, it's not meant to be most of the time. So it's a very uncomfortable experience playing these games online most of the time. Even Storm 4 for me, I played the other night and I had 1 or 2 good games, and even those weren't perfect. Towards the beginning or end, the games got choppy and they were really bad. I had 1 good fight. The other ones were 2 or 3 were like, hybrid, where it was good and then really laggy or frames drop. Look at this. This is dropping all over the place. This is cool, though. A Sasuke curse mark fighting a giant Susanoo. Oh, my God. Man. So cool. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we have to deal with what we have. And yeah, I mean, a lot of times when I play online, I suffer. Honestly, I do. There it is. There is the counter. The first time the counter ever happened in this series, but also in a Naruto Storm game. People hated that thing because when you countered someone for like 10 seconds, maybe 8 to 10 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds, you were frozen in time and they could do anything they wanted to you. It was insane. People hated this and it forced them to play differently. More on that later. I hope you guys can help me out on this series here. Leave a comment, leave a like, share the video. It's just the beginning fights. It was a fresh account here in 2015. I hope you enjoyed the video. More importantly, I hope you had a great day, a fantastic day, an amazing day. Now I hope it gets better for you soon. Peace.